Welcome, everybody, to another episode of the Crypto Roundup Show. Thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to smash the subscribe button, ping the notification bell, like this video, and comment down below. This will help us out a lot. So, what are we talking about today? Well, I'm going to tell you some news you should know, as well as some updates with things going on in the Metaverse, as well as with NFTs. So, let's begin. So the first thing I wanted to share with you guys today is, as you know, Russia has invaded Ukraine, and so to speak, and as a result, Ukraine has suspended all use of digital money. So following the invasion, imposing martial law, and so ideally the country is going to suspend all digital money transactions. This is pretty scary times. It has also affected the market. So as you can see right now, we are all in red right now. Majority is all in red right now in the market. And there is a lot of fear. We're back to extreme fear in the market. So a lot of people are really worried about what's going on. And as of Thursday, there has been $530 million that has already been liquidated in the crypto market following the Russian invasion in Ukraine. And so now I wanted to show you about something that's really interesting going on, is that there is a first vending machine for buying NFTs in New York City. With this, no one needs to have a wallet set up, and they don't want to make it complicated. So all you need is just like a debit or credit card, and you'd be able to buy an NFT through this vending machine. With $3 million in seed funding, the company Neon debuted its online NFT marketplace in the vending machine. It's going to be really interesting to see how many more people would be able to come on board now into the NFT space to make it easier for people to enter into NFTs. They opened it on the financial district just off of Wall Street. The machine is going to give you a box with a unique code inside it for a chosen NFT, which is easily redeemable on the Neon platform. So with no cryptocurrency, no crypto wallet, it's going to provide the easiest way for people to get into the NFT space. And the vending machine is going to be open 24 hours a day. And according to Jordan, the CMO and co-founder of Neon, our goal is to support artists and creators by letting them sell digital art to everyone and to help anyone who wants to become a collector. Giving people the choice to use vending machines in an easy online platform that decouples cryptocurrency from NFT participation means we can engage the wildest possible audience. NFT buying and selling doesn't need to be a mystery, and you shouldn't be required to hold Ethereum, write a smart contract, pay gas costs, or bridge blockchains to participate. And so, of course, it's going to become more accessible to everyone. NFTs will be employed by artists and creators in more ways, becoming the basis of exclusive airdrops, interoperability between games, and access to real-world art and experiences. And according to Bernholtz, while only 2% of Americans have digital wallets, 80% have a credit or debit card. That's a 40-fold increase in an artist's potential audience. We want to empower creators and digital artists whose work has often been undervalued because it's not tangible in a traditional sense. We make selling digital art even simpler than selling physical art. Its creators wants to make NFTs based on their existing content or based on new material. We want them on Neon. So the Neon founders and engineers chose, of course, the Solana blockchain due to its scalability, being more energy efficient, leveraging proof of stake, and boasts of transaction up to 65,000 transactions per second with near zero costs and fees. Their transactions are going to be carbon neutral thanks to the Solana Foundation from offsetting it. And according to Bernholtz, We wanted to embrace a blockchain that's fast, green, and meets demand at global scale. Moving right along, we have the first soccer stadium entering into the metaverse now. Last week I told you about the first bank entering the metaverse. Now we're having the first soccer stadium entering into the metaverse. This has to do with Manchester City building their Etihad Stadium in the metaverse. This will be really interesting. They're partnering with Sony. They're beginning this metaverse for the soccer stadium. It's a 3-year agreement with Sony and will provide virtual reality to experts to use image analysis and skeletal tracking technology from the subsidiary Hawkeye. Manchester City hopes fans will enjoy all the benefits of having a virtual stadium. And so they'll be able to watch games in the immersive metaverse setting. And it will be interesting to see how this plays out. According to the chief marketing officer, Nuria, of the City Football Group, the whole point we could imagine of having a metaverse is you can recreate a game, you could watch the game live, you're part of the action in a different way through different angles, and you can fill the stadium as much as you want because it's unlimited, it's completely virtual. And so the Hawkeye helps officials make in-game judgments in real time with specialized real play technology, using visualization applications to recreate the dimensions of the Etihad Stadium in the metaverse. And so, of course, Cointelegraph wrote that there's going to be increased activity and ownership of virtual items, with particular assets to having a base in the metaverse. And so giving fans from all around the world more accessibility to the team and the stadium. This will be interesting to see how this plays out. The next thing with NFTs, Monster Energy files for 4 NFT metaverse trademarks. And so the company is trying to get into, the NFTs as well as the metaverse space. And so these trademarks will focus on downloadable virtual goods and beverages, food supplements, sports, gaming, music, and apparel. And so the second trademark is going to be for downloadable virtual food, drinks, and clothing. And so the virtual products will be offered through an online retail store featuring other virtual goods like supplements. They've approved, the U.S. Patents and Trademarks approved these trademarks. They're going to provide entertainment services, including non-downloadable virtual beverages, food supplements, bags, among other things. When we look at all of it, it's going to be providing as well non-downloadable software for managing, displaying, monetizing, buying, selling, trading, transferring, cleaning, confirming, and authenticating virtual goods. It breaks down into this. So they want to have NFTs, downloadable virtual food, drinks, and clothing, stores featuring NFTs and digital assets, and a marketplace for virtual goods and NFTs. As we can see, there's a number of more companies seeking to have a share in the metaverse and NFT space. In 2020, there were only 3 filings for the U.S. patent trademarks for NFTs and metaverse. Now there's been 1,263, which is significantly more. So a lot more companies are interested in getting into this space. As you know, there's other ones as well, like McDonald's, that have already filed for patents and trademarks for the metaverse as well. And so they want to provide virtual restaurants, symbols, cafes, and virtual services. And as well as there's a concept for getting into meta fashion, like I told you before. And so Finbold is going to have a fashion magazine that's going to be officially going to be entered into the metaverse. It's going to attract different players from various industries, including fashion. This will be interesting to see how this plays out. And next thing I wanted to share with you guys is that more games are going to be adopting blockchain in 2022 through, of course, play to earn. Gaming is significantly increasing more game developers to consider going down play to earn gaming route with incorporating blockchain. In the year 22, the business models will become more developed and blockchain adoption in esports will become more mainstream. And so, according to Newzoo, the gaming insight company, the firm predicts that play to earn models will become more viable in 2022 as gaming companies try to adopt blockchain. So, quote unquote, publishers might use blockchain technology to facilitate more secure and legitimize player to player trading within a centralized game environment. And so there needs to be a way for them to diversify streams to lead esport organizations to turn blockchain using NFTs. They're going to incorporate blockchain technology and there are more games that are going to incorporate it, including NFTs and entering into Metaverse, according to Newzoo. Metaverse related games may also become more prevalent as younger players continue to frequent existing pro metaverse games such as Roblox, Fortnite, and Minecraft. And so, according to Newzoo, they predict that there will be a brand gold rush for virtual real estate since it's only just the beginning. And so, as companies continue to see the potential and opportunities within metaverse games, more investments may follow to virtual real estate, which I could totally see happening with more traffic happening in the metaverse. There's going to be more demand for the virtual real estate within the metaverse. This will be interesting to see how this plays out. And now I wanted to mention to you guys, with what I told you about Tonga before, want to legalize Bitcoin as legal tender. They wanted to do this in basically 4 steps. The first is remittance. The second is legal tender. The third is Bitcoin mining. And the fourth is moving national treasuries into Bitcoin, making it the standard. According to Fatusha, the head from Tonga, let's say the legal tender bill is passed in beginning to mid-October. After this, the bill goes to the palace office for 3 to 4 weeks. And this will either give or not royal assent by mid-November. And so, quote unquote, conservatively, the earliest date realistically is the beginning to the middle of February as the activation date. It could be much, much earlier if the last 3 steps are rolled through, which I've seen before. And so the Bitcoin mining operations in Tonga will be really impacting with Bitcoin mining since they have 21 volcanoes to produce over 2,000 megawatts of power annually. And so the national grid consumes about 40 megawatts per year. So Tonga could have the potential for, 1,960 megawatts with nothing to do. So this can be really utilized with Bitcoin mining, which they are obviously planning to do. Basically, Tonga has enough bandwidth to expand for the next 100 years. So, of course, with almost every household with having fiber connectivity, so this could give more accessibility for Tongans to, mine Bitcoin with the cheap, volcano energy. According to Lord Fusitu, Bitcoin mining could make a place as early as the third quarter of 2023. Quote unquote, the mining operations could be privately operated in a joint venture with the government. There might be a need for a new state-owned enterprise for it to take off. And so Bitcoin mining companies would love to see Tonga, get into the space with Bitcoin mining. And there was an unknown companies that have sent 40-foot shipping containers to test out the capacity for mining Bitcoin in Tonga. And the last news I wanted to share with you guys is that, of course, there's a Mexican senator that is proposing legalizing Bitcoin as legal tender in Mexico. This will be really interesting, as I told you before, the domino effect of more and more countries wanting to adopt Bitcoin as legal tender. Well, this senator wants to propose Bitcoin as legal tender in Mexico. And so they want to follow in El Salvador's footsteps. And according to Indira, the senator representing in the Nuevo Leon state, they are confident that Bitcoin should be legal tender in Mexico because its adoption can potentially drive global financial inclusion. They're proposing developing a cryptocurrency bill that would legalize Bitcoin as legal tender. And so, according to the senator, it is clear to me that financial exclusion is one of the public concerns that few of us have addressed with feasible alternatives. And this type of technology is allowing us to generate an alternative so that millions of people can be included in the financial system. So they went on to say that there's going to be inequality, and they want to achieve financial inclusion, and so quote unquote, we need Bitcoin to be legal tender in Mexico, because if it is not so, if we do not make that decision as El Salvador did, it is very difficult to take action. Also, the senator mentioned, quote unquote, making Bitcoin a legal tender means putting a level playing field for people who are excluded in almost all countries. Now that I am participating in politics, I seek to promote it. Of course, also the Mexican billionaire Ricardo is recommending people to buy Bitcoin and forget about selling, calling fiat money like dollars and euros fake money, trade of paper lies, quote unquote. So that is all I have for you today. Thank you for tuning in. Now, my question for you guys, what country do you think is most likely going to want to legalize Bitcoin as legal tender next? Comment down below. Take care, and I'll see you next time on the Crypto Roundup Show.